Bitcoin is creating a new consolidation phase which is about to be breaking out, and on today's update video I will be exactly discuss my targets. I will be talking about many other very important charts, the Bitcoin funding rates, which is telling us something very important about what the next move in this market right now is going to be. So I will be talking about this and many more important charts on today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 1000 likes. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, on the 1 hour time frame, we're creating a clear downward sloping resist line, which we got rejected from multiple times in a row, and we're creating a new upward sloping support line where we actually most recently bounced from. So Bitcoin is right now creating a new consolidation phase, and if I'm looking at this consolidation, we are going to be having a breakout in the upcoming day or so. So we're expecting a big breakout is coming for Bitcoin. And if we're going to be looking at the price targets on this exact breakout, we're going to be looking for a bullish breakout on the level around 68.5k, and a bearish breakdown target is laying somewhere around 64,000 US dollars. So those are my two targets I currently have in mind if we are going to be breaking bullish or bearish. And basically, what we're currently looking at for Bitcoin is that we are currently consolidating at this very important region in the market. And we can clearly see that this is the support which we need to be holding on towards. And I said it also in many videos before. I believe that if we break below this exact box right here, we are most likely going to come all the way down to $60,000. But if we right now do break this downtrend here, you can see on the 4 hourly time frame, it's not a clear trend line, but the trend is very clear that Bitcoin is trading downwards, right? So we're seeing lower lows, lower highs getting created. Basically, what we're waiting for right now is to see that whenever Bitcoin confirms the break above the previous high in the market, which in this case is going to be this high right here, we're going to be confirming the break towards a bullish trend again here. And if we're going to be looking at the bullish trend, of course, we need to be seeing a break above the top side of the region, which is laying around 72,000 US dollars. And talking about 72,000 US dollars, 72,000 US dollars is also the level where the majority of the liquidity is laying in the market. Like you can see, there are more than 10 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin short liquidations being built up around that level right there. So please do not get fooled here, because Bitcoin always follows the liquidity. And currently it is clear the majority of the liquidity is being built above us. So most likely Bitcoin is also going to go towards the upside. So please do not get fooled by this current consolidation phase, because most likely Bitcoin is still going to be ending up with grabbing the liquidity on the top side. And something which is currently happening is that the funding rates are negative. And once funding rates are negative, it basically means that the majority of the market is actually trading short. And we can see that the last time, once we had negative funding rates, we actually had this squeeze towards the upside. We saw, of course, negative funding, then we saw the squeeze towards the upside. Here, Bitcoin got overheated, and that is why we had a slight little cool-off phase. And currently, we're once again getting extremely bearish, and we're seeing that the funding rates are actually going negative again here. And we have seen the funding rates go negative a couple times here in this previous consolidation phase as well. Actually, the point where the funding rates were negative the most was marking the bottom for this entire consolidation phase. And basically this entire region right here, we had negative funding. That was basically an entire trap on the larger perspective, because afterwards we saw Bitcoin surge very significantly towards the upside. So I really do believe that it is important to be paying attention towards the funding rates. And since they're currently so negative, I do really believe that we are most likely going to be squeezing higher. And currently, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, we can currently see that, of course, I'm still my trade. And like I said in many videos before, I mean, as long as we're holding this green box right here, things are looking okay for Bitcoin. And ultimately, just like I said earlier, we're building up the majority of the liquidity above us. So I think that ultimately we're going to be grabbing that liquidity. And once Bitcoin grabs that liquidity, I'm of course going to be in a massive profit. And once we do take out the liquidity, I'm also going to be taking full profits on my trade. So yeah, still running my trade, guys. If you want to be trading yourself, make sure to go to the link description of today's video, because if you currently sign up an account using this link below on today's update video, you can currently claim a free $200 trade here on Bybit. And all you need to do for it is press on this link, sign up an account, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you could be claiming that insane deposit bonus on Bybit. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, we can currently see that Bitcoin remains to be creating this inverse head and shoulders pattern, and basically the most important resistance is $72,000 and the most important support is clearly $65,000. So we're just consolidating between the highs and the lows of the range, but currently still on the larger perspective of it all, things are still looking quite decent for Bitcoin, not all too bad. We're currently also consolidating sideways for over 111 days here. The consolidation phase is taking longer and longer, but of course we're right now coming towards the point that most likely we're going to come very close towards the end of the range, and most likely we're going to be seeing that breakout. So I believe it's not going to be taking long anymore from now on. So yeah, make sure to be paying attention towards this current consolidation phase, but we are most likely about to be breaking out on Bitcoin right here. So also, if we're looking at what stage of the cycle are we currently in here, like we can see in the last cycle, once we did hit the halving, we saw an approximately 10 weeks of sideways consolidation before we got the initial move. And currently we are, I think, 7 or 8 weeks in here. So currently we are 60 days in here, which is of course about 8 to 9 weeks. And yes, I really think that if we're going to be looking to history, if it's an indication, it's going to be taking another 1 or 2 weeks before the first initial move is going to get started. So Bitcoin is just consolidating. We just had the halving, and usually once the Bitcoin halving comes, it doesn't mean that straight away the Bitcoin bull market is there. No, usually it takes some time, and currently we're extremely close towards that next stage in the market. Also, on the EMA ribbon right now on the daily time frame, we're breaking below it and currently retesting it. So hopefully we can be pushing back above it, because that will be actually quite crucial for the trend we're currently trading in. So this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to slap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.